found a grenade randomly. Don't ask about that. It's the blood we're gonna focus on. We're gonna focus on the blood puddles and the dead hazmat suit guys, because those guys usually were alive, and I was the one usually killing. I was gonna drink it. Figured out how to use a map. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, I'm like Hercules. I got Herculean strength. Alright, one more arrow. Let's, Nothing's more trippy than, you know, having your display on screen. Anyways, it's been a minute since I've actually recorded. And, well, right off the bat, I'm going to let you know we're not going to push that continue button. We're actually going to push new game because that's the rules. I die, I restart right from the beginning. And, yeah, let's just go for it. We're going to hop right in. So, as I'm aware, I'm probably even using the word wrong. Just using the word Ironman challenge just implies that you lose when you die. So you just got to start all the way from the beginning. And, well, I'm going to do this whole entire bit in ×5 speed. It's going to be fast forwarded, and I'll explain why in a second. I just have to give you guys a little bit of a warning. I didn't record any of the in-game audio, and it was completely by accident. I didn't realize it until way later. It was like too late for me to even fix it. OBS, I'm still trying to figure it out. It's fine. It's really fine. In order to mitigate the loss of in-game audio, I decided to kind of just add my own audio in. Whatever I could find, really. The editing software I'm using, it has its own little sound effects library, so I decided to just plop that in, just to keep things interesting whenever there's sections of combat. Now, I also planned on doing active commentary on top of post-commentary, and, well, since there's no in-game audio, it's just me breathing into our microphone, and let's all be real, no one wants to hear that. So I've decided to only include active commentary where it seems fitting to me. And this is where my second playthrough already just didn't work. You see, I'm driving, and then I think I'm smart, so I'm like, oh, I can get out of the car? Let's get some pregame loot. That's gonna be fun, because then I'll be stocked up before, well, you know, I actually get to play the game. It's over. It's already over. I lost. That's round 2, everybody. So I was like, alright, fine, I'll restart again. It's part of the rules, it's part of the fun, is challenging myself, and this is part of the challenge. You lose, you restart, and look at that. ×5 speed, we're gonna get right through this tutorial. It's gonna be rapid pace, it's gonna be fast, and you see, I decided to go on this weird crackhead mindset where I need everything that's in this tutorial level to come with me. If it wasn't glued down to the building or nailed down, I'm taking it. If I see it, it's mine. If it's breakable, it's coming with me. I was gonna be all kitted out right before I even get into this world of piss and evil and demons, and I was gonna have so much wiring, it was gonna be stupid. I was gonna have fence barricades everywhere, and they're not gonna be mine. They're not even gonna take it from me. My next base is gonna be like Fort Knox. I'm gonna be the one defending that, and as soon as I get that rifle, I'll be picking enemies off the second they show up at my doorstep. And right here, I decided to explore the area a little bit, because this whole back area that you don't even see or utilize, and it's a dead end. Don't worry about it. We turn right back around and get right back to fence breaking. I tried to break a rock. You can't break rocks. There's no rock breaking mechanic. You don't get to keep the rocks. They're not yours. These fences, though, they're mine, and I'm taking them. Every single last one of them is mine, and you can't have them. Not even you, the viewer. I'm not gonna let you take them. Well, because it's also not multiplayer. Anyways, that's me swinging a pipe, hitting pipes. I want you to understand that the game's sound effects for this really isn't as interesting as a bunch of pipes banging against each other. And then I did a final sweep of the house, grabbed what I could, looked at things that were already searched, and then I began. After, you know, organizing a little bit. So we follow the RV again. We're gonna beat the shit out of this guy the second we get up to him. He's donezo. And I didn't stop at the gas station, but then, as I'm driving, something weird happens I never noticed before. Who's that guy? Anyways, I didn't know. I didn't have answers. I'm sure the game would tell me. And then we crash. And then we save our over right on top of our old save file. It's a new game, a new start. It's even, as confusing as it seems, a new starting location. I thought I was going to start in the exact same location, and I didn't. I was in a trailer, and that just meant more metal scrap loot around me, hopefully. I wasn't 100% sure. And here's a new question I had. Didn't the first house I spawned in have a map? This doesn't have a map in it. How was I going to figure out where I was going? You see, later I found out that that thought process was wrong and that the map was inside the RV, but we're going to ignore that because it's time to loot. And when we start looting, it's going to be a little fast-paced little montage. Look at the plane, by the way. I didn't even realize they flew that close to the ground. Did you? Anyways. Loot time! Yeah, it's just Loot City. Me, Loot Goblin Man, the third, Esquire, the god of loot himself, was just out here breaking every single little broken thing that can be broken, and it just, you know, filled my pockets up. I wanted to feel the weight of everything, you know? I wanted to be jiggling change in my pockets and pretending I was wearing spurs like a cowboy kind of looting. You know what I mean? And, you know, not everyone's in that vibe, but me, on these first few days, after the experience I had with my last playthrough, I was going to be full of it. I needed to plan out my defenses in my first base, and I was thinking, you know, a nice little house, maybe less windows this time. I was thinking more P purification, because we haven't even talked about the P mechanic. I knew I needed proper P fuel in order to drive vehicles, and that was going to be the goal of my first 3 days, was saving up enough resources so that I could really get the P fuel ready to go. And I even went off path a little bit after a while and got lost like I usually do. But first we were going to grab all the loot we could, and this isn't... I'm not going to leave this out. I knew where all these little key locations were that my first playthrough I had to explore blindly, so I was going to try to pick up certain loot. Oh yeah, also I found out in the last playthrough, acid eliminates P. I had to test it. I wasn't sure anything happened, and then I ended up at an airfield. Here at this airfield, this is where we're going to put our first bit of active commentary, and I'm going to be silent post-commentary for it. Like right here. Oh, yeah, right off the bat. Why not? Hello! Are you... Oh, wow, you're gonna shoot at me? Okay. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Whoa, 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 whoa! You put that thing down. You don't even know how to use that properly. Ah! Alright guys, honest opinion in the comment sections if you can. Was that like decent as far as adding my own sound effects in? Because I'm a little nervous about it. That's just going to be sprinkled throughout the whole video. There's just going to be random moments like that, and I'm not going to change it post-production. But future videos, I'll decide whether or not I want to keep doing that if I ever have audio issues, or if I just feel bored. But yeah, it's more looting. I keep exploring the area. It's more of this for a while. I think I'm gonna let this montage play out for a bit, at least until I get to the RV. So I'll be back, I promise. Alright, so we made it to the RV, and this is where our little GPS locator and the map really is. I didn't realize that at first, but now I know for sure that, bam, there's the map. We're going to know exactly where we are now with our little picture of Florida. That is definitely Florida. I can't be convinced otherwise. And, hey, look, it's that first location. We're not going to go there right now. We're going to ignore it completely and just grab what's close by. Which leads me to our next little looting sesh. I'm actually gonna loot this house right next to us, and I think that's gonna be our base. That's gonna be the base that we hold on to. It's got a nice little TV monitor. It's got multiple couches, a kitchen, an unfinished bedroom, and an attic. And we're gonna ignore half of those. It's more important that there's a toilet there and a sink there for me to save, and an emergency relief station, really. But yeah, I searched this entire place and decided this was the spot. And really, that's when I realized my inventory was too full and I was going to have to build a chest so I could start storing stuff, which is really where I decided this was this place. And look at that. Look at that full inventory. I even have ammo and a crossbow right off the bat. But we're going to drop some of that off, and we're going to focus on figuring out how to break a tree, because I can't actually build a chest without wood, and these little plywood boards that I have are meaningless. So I started digging, because the metal pipe isn't going to break a tree. Because, you see, last time I was playing, you dig in the ground long enough, sometimes wood logs will come out. And that wasn't really working for us, so I did find some urine, and that's important for some reason. And I went back to slapping stumps and then logs just to see if I could break them. And the hunt was on, because guess what? Time was running out. It was getting darker. I grabbed that map that was in that truck, moved right on. I was just trying to find random ply boards at some point, because I remember that there are ply boards you could break. And I wasn't finding any. I killed this bug right here. No sound effects for that one, sorry. And there's some ply boards. I smacked those. Those did nothing. And then, oh, hey, I think we found what we're looking for. We found wood! And we're just going to toss these glue bars that are in our inventory haphazardly. It's not like we're going to need them for something important later. Anyways, moving on, we can now craft an axe. And there we go. And now that we've crafted an axe, we can chop down more trees, which can give us a container so that we can store our loot in our new base. Well, we're running out of time, so we're going to have to make it quick. With our new success in hand, literally, since we're holding on to our successes, we got to figure out where we're going to put our chest. And I'm going to toss those. We don't need those right now. I'm going to start chopping down trees. Look at this little montage of me breaking stuff. It's just one of those days, guys. I did have an issue, though, where because it was getting darker, it was actually really hard to find those said logs I chopped down. Yeah, it really started getting dark here. It was getting really hard to see, and we're about to find a new mechanic. Put down our little chest. Yeah, there we go. Now we can really dump our inventory and actually be able to continue to loot houses and rummage through things. And look, our crossbow even has ammo now. Isn't that great? Alright, and all those bullets are worthless right now because I don't have a gun and I can't see anything. So what do I do? Oh, look! You could just turn the flashlight on. It wasn't just you walk into a dark room and it automatically turns on. There's actually a button for it. And, you know, it doesn't matter how many times you play a game, sometimes you just learn new stuff. Isn't that fun and exciting for everyone, including you and me, the person playing, that you find out these things after 10 hours of gameplay? It's fantastic. We don't need tutorials. We're too good for it. So let's plop down our bed, and we'll end the first day of looting and rummaging, and we'll start our next day of looting and rummaging and goblining. Thus began the next day of looting and rummaging. Yeah, I've used that word many times now. We gotta pee. That's when we also realized that we actually have to deal with the pee clouds and the pee mechanic. We haven't really been dealing with it. So let's just get straight back to chopping down wood. We're gonna need more wood. We're gonna need lots more supplies because we're gonna be building this place up. I want this place to be a fortress. Like I always say, you wake up in your fortress of solitude and you're lonely. But that's okay. I don't care about the lonely part. I just care about the fortress part. So I started chopping down a bunch of the trees in the area. You know, I try to use some fancy lingo, say it creates more sight lines, but there's no windows in this house upstairs, except for the one that points directly at the streets. So all these side trees, they're just there. And, you know, that's a free resource to me. It's all free real estate. And bam, more chests. That's right, we're going to have more chests, more places to store all of our loot, and you know what? For good measure, I think it's time we get ready to decorate a little bit with some PFOG collectors. I think we don't have enough. Maybe we should, I don't know, one over here. Bah. And then, yeah, that should help quell the fog. I just gotta get this drawer out of the way. And, you know, let's see. Will it take the pee in this drawer? I don't know, maybe. Maybe, I don't know, it's there. It's supposed to do something. It's supposed to help lower the fog. Hey, I mean, even that weird dissipated amount of fog that's been there since this morning is still just there right now. Alright, back on our looting schedule, where we chop down every single tree within the radius that I'm allotted, and all this other looting stuff. We got ourselves a fun little dilemma. I don't want to make you watch 2 hours worth of content where it's just me. Oh, pee moment. Watch that. That's important. Watch that right now. Are you watching? Are you seeing every drop? Good. Anyways, I don't want to make you guys just sit there and watch 2 hours of me exploring a house that I've already explored before and grabbing items. So that's why everything's in 5-speed for this first video. A lot of it's just going to town and stocking up. And look.
Oh, that's a baseball!
We've already got our old classic reliable weapon back. It's not the bug slayer knife, but it's getting there. It's close to it. And ignore the fact that I just hit those trees with a pipe instead of an axe. I need you to not pay attention to that. Don't go in the comment section and type, "Oh, look at this dummy hitting trees with big lead pipes." Because I read all of them and it hurts my feelings. It definitely totally does. And I'm not going to like all of them and also reply with point and laugh. And so I break more things. I grab more things. And I walk some more. And I start to loot the original house that I started in, getting everything out of there, and, you know, there's lots of good stuff here. I'm running out of things to say, so I'm going to be quiet for a minute. Look at that pee. And I'll be back after this little loot montage. Oh, if you get bored, put in the comment section, yo, these loot montages are hella boring. Speed these up. And I will do that. I'll make them speedier. I just wanted to make sure that there was some context to what was going on. I know I said I'd be quiet, but now look at this, right? Look at all this stuff. Yeah, we're gonna make a pee container. Now we can pee within our home. And the best place for it? The couch. So now I can pee right next to where I sleep. That's definitely a healthy habit to have. And we'll put the PFOG thing right above it. Just like a security blanket, really. Come on. I put down this plot of farm because you need blueberries to make clocks. And then I try to plant the blueberries in the farm. I don't know how to do that. And then I walk inside. I read the farm description, and it says I need like compost or urine, and I don't want to use my very important urine rocks. They're extremely important, and I'm hoarding them. And it turns out I need glue for the composter, and
Oh no!
I threw all my glue away earlier, and I don't know where. Obviously, I'm gonna find out in post where I had them, but they're gone, so I'm gonna have to do a whole nother looting run. And in the meantime, here's this. Oh no! I'm ill prepared for this.
Ouch!
Alright, so after all that, we just kind of go back to exploring and looting whatever building we haven't searched yet. Knowing that the fog levels were so low, it kind of became integral that as I was looting, I'd start to craft armor for myself as well, so that way I can tank a little bit more damage than I was, since my weak, frail little baby body was exposed to the elements, and I just didn't want to have to die a cruel death due to the fact that my weak, little tiny limbs, little baby hands with their tiny feet, just didn't have enough metal wrappings on them. Like this big tin can armor that I'm building myself right now, that stuff worked. It was great too. I also drank some salt water. It hurt me, but also helped me. Don't regret doing that. And yeah, this is that house I was staying in earlier. Remember the last video where I exploded on a ledge top? That was here. There's so many memories. It was very big. I bet I could do another base here. It's just, you know, my new base was nicer and it had more stuff in it, and I liked that. You know, houses are really just places you store your stuff to forget about. And that's what my new house was. And I even got more pea rocks. Look at that little pea glob. That's disgusting, and I had no acid to deal with it. But this is the last house I'd loot in this area before going to that trailer park. The dilapidated one, not the good one. There wasn't really any loot here at all, but I'd grab what I could. And then this happened. Oh, really? Okay. Now look at those magnificent leg pincers. Strange how he only has 3 legs, am I right, boys? That's not what I wanted to happen. I was very grateful that I had built myself some armor, because things were only going to get hairier from here. It's not like it's all happy times and titties out here. Sometimes you just gotta die, and you gotta be the one putting them down. So I decided to loot this house before heading back to base, because my inventory was starting to get a little bloated. I'm getting a little full here. And that would end this current looting run before, you know, I unload all my stuff and head back out for more loot. I mean, we could talk about loot all day. Bags, cans. Hey guys, mind if I join you? I think you do mind. Oh, did you just threw piss at me, dude? Oh, really now? Is that how we're gonna play this? Do you surrender? You surrender, right? Oh, what? Did you just... I thought we were gonna be bros. Hey. Hey. Do you know how much effort I put into keeping this neighborhood clear of danger? Or you're gonna come attack me with a bone shift? Get out of here. Semi-trucks, and that's really it. That's all I have to talk about loot transportation.
But that rate doesn't matter, cause our next goal was to get home and fortify the most indestructible base I've ever forged with my hands. We're gonna have boarded up windows. We're gonna have boarded up doors. There's gonna be an entire cage around us, containing us, protecting them from outside from me. I am the threat. I am the danger. And you're not even ready for this. So much work and effort was prepared in fortifying this hostel. I was the only tenant in. And
I was gonna make it nice and fancy. There was gonna be lights and all sorts of stuff. Look, I even failed to plant blueberries. Look at this guy. Oh, it's so sad when you realize that you can't punch dirt and plant blueberries, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, look at him go. Hey, look at that guy. Whoa! Thickums. I can't be having none of that.
ouch!
You know, guys, everything was actually kind of looking optimistic for us. I was actually doing really good at combat now. I think my experience with the Bug Slayer really prepped me for this phase of the game. Then we died a horrible death. Wait. Is that her? A woman? Oh, man, I'm so ready for companionship. Hey, lady, get over here. Look. That's right. I don't take kindly to strangers being in my yard. You get out of here, freeloader. You think you could just come over here and ask for things? They always ask. They never just... anyways. After realizing that women, too, come here. This is the boys' club. Featuring just me. By myself. A weird whatever. Isolated weirdo. We're an isolated weirdo now. That's what we are. I said it. And you're hearing it. You're hearing it with your ears. Look at this fog thing I'm planting down. It's going to tell me the fog levels. And it's oddly low. So I don't know why I'm getting all these enemies. Anyways, we ain't going to stand for this. We're not going to stand for a single second of this. All these weird thickums creatures and people coming in looking for pee. Well, I can't share my pee with them. It's mine. So now, I'm going to board up all these windows just to feel a little bit safer. Thanks, guys. You can't have anything in Florida. So I also boarded off that area. I didn't need it. And you know what? Screw it. I don't need an escape route either. If they're going to try to come in here, I'm fighting my way out. I'm not going to do what I did last time where I shoot out a window and accidentally blow myself up. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So, yeah, that's a nice fortified little base right there, don't you think? Alright, let's start doing more stuff. Another chest, that's great. And then, what else can we do? Thinking with our brain, we gotta think real fast. This video's going real fast, don't you think? And then I thought, yeah, let's craft. Let's craft. Yeah! Yeah! Yankee Candle! This place will smell like lilacs! Everyone's gonna love it! Woo! Look at that decoration right there. Send that to your grandma. And then we just, you know, we're getting ready. We got our bullets of cocktails for when we need to light people on fire. That's right. That's right. I added it in post. You can hear it in post. And then we head outside, smack that bitch again. And you know what? We're going to chop down some more trees. That's what God wanted us to do. There are trees now. And look out back. More trees. They're mine. You can't have them. Come take them. That's right, you can't. And then, you know what? Oh, look at how nicely lit this place is at night now. I don't even have to be afraid of the dark. It's great. I think it's time to sleep, though. Turn in for the night. Get some rest. Yeah. Isn't it nice? Look at it. You can just kind of admire it right now. Everything just aesthetically fits. And, well, here's where I cut to the exact moment I realized my OBS isn't recording in-game audio. It's this deep in. Sorry guys, I'm testing some audio stuff right now because I don't actually know if this is actually capturing the in-game audio right now. I'm hoping it is. It wasn't. It wasn't at all. So let's just continue on and, well, the video you're seeing is kind of the end result, so I hope I did a good job entertaining you this far. But let's get back to what we were initially trying to do here, and, well, I'm looting my way towards the first location the RV map takes us to, and that's where I want to explore. I want to still be able to get all the key items in this area before I decide to move on to the next area. I might have to do some more exploring of places that I haven't seen yet, so I might have to look more at the map before I actually leave this area. I want to be 100% thorough just in case I miss anything important. Items, weapons, vehicles, whatever, because I've seen some YouTube thumbnails and YouTube video names that suggest that there's hidden content in this. Believe it or not, like I said, I'm trying to do this blind, but even the wiki doesn't have information on this game. It's very empty. Like, this whole entire game to me is a barren wasteland, and I'm just kind of rolling around in it. All of its waste and barrenness. It's actually it's fun. I'm having a good time. It does get confusing at times, but I think that's part of the fun, is just being in a completely different world setting and not really understanding anything. I've played so many zombie games, and I'd like to make some content on games like Project Zomboid in the future, but for now, I want to stick with the piss game. This is the game for me. This is what I'm going to use to get this ball rolling, and we're rolling in it right now. Look at all that loot I'm picking up. Even now, you could see me go through my little inventories and just trying to figure out, what do I actually want to take with me, what I want to drop, what I want to keep. And I'm scouring anything that looks like it could have loot or key items very thoroughly, at least in my opinion. And I probably just missed like a bunch of stuff right there. Like there's a rocket launcher behind that trailer, for all I know, and I just kind of waltz right by it. So yeah, I'm gonna let the montage play out for a second. See that right there? That there is feathers. And aside from the bug, we found a lot of birds' nests that had feathers in them, which is really nice because that gives us more projectile ammo to use later. I want to be able to have more ranged combat, considering the fact that all I have to rely on for combat right now is this dingy armor I built out of wire and plates, and my baseball bat. Because I don't know, early game, they don't give you the best weapons, but that's fine. That's all a part of the progression system. And we start to approach that house with nothing in the basement, but I'm going to loot everything around it, because every plate's important. What I'm secretly saving all my stuff for is the pea purifier, because I'm going to get it before I get the go-kart this time. That's the goal. And look, you go down in the basement. Oh, wait, never mind. I jumped the gun. Ignore this commentary. Pretend you're not hearing what I'm saying right now, except for right this second. Look, there's nothing in here. I don't know why I keep going down there, but there's not even a thing you can find. And here, check this out. That was fun, right? You had fun seeing that little Fist of the North Star reference? Most of you don't even know what that is. It's fine. I almost killed myself here and had to restart the challenge, but I had that nice little herbal potion, and that brought me back to full. I didn't think a little floor spike would almost take me out. You know, I just stabbed myself in the Achilles and died right midway through this challenge and start over from the beginning, because that's exactly what we want to see. I start following the map towards home. I've looted what I think is enough for the day, and I think it's time to start getting into the world of P. That's right, P. That's what this game's about, and that's what we want to talk about. So we'll let this play out until it's P time. So we finally make it back home, and, well, we gotta go through all of our stuff, because now it's time to build the pea purifier, the object of our desire from our last attempt at this. And it's nice being able to do that. I get all the basic supplies that I think I'll probably need, and now it's just finding where to place it, you know? It's really exciting being able to actually see some progress since my last attempt at this challenge, and this is going to be the one. This is going to be the one object of my desire that's going to really change the game and the way it plays. Let's talk about that. There is no real decrease on the inflation of P right now. You see, we're constantly inflating P in our bodies. And I need a way to pipe this P into the purifier properly so I don't have to constantly actively manage it. So, I go ahead and I build some pipes. I lay the pipe, I fashion the pipe, and then I place the pipe. And hopefully this will make it so I don't have to actively be focusing on the pee purifier 24/7. Now that I have the pee purifier, though, other people might hear about it. I can't tell them. It's gonna have to be a secret between me and you, the viewer. And if anybody finds out about my underground pee purification center, I'm gonna be kind of sad, and I'm gonna blame you. That's right, you. Now, let's... That's weird, it's not instant. And these valves are closed now, now they're open, and, Alright. Well, here's a pee fog annihilator, and... Alright, I'm peeing on it directly, let's see if that helps. Alright. We're creating more pee fog. Thankfully, we have all these pee fog catchers everywhere. Maybe more in here? Nope. Okay. Maybe I'm not doing something right. What could it be? I guess maybe I could add pee from a bottle. Yeah, maybe that's it. These things aren't really doing much. Why can't I produce more pee? I'll just pour more in. Okay, nothing yet. Maybe there's an amount that I need to put in. We'll put the gallon in. And I'll take some from I could get some from the fog collectors. I'll get more pee from the fog collectors. And the fog meter didn't go up, so those fog meters are definitely doing work. I'll have to remember that. And then add that. Hey, there we go. It's doing a thing. I don't know what it's doing, but as far as I'm concerned, that is literally liquid gold, as they'd say in certain circles. Not mine, I promise. Anyways, now that we have our purified pee, I grabbed it. I'm not sure if like it's the purified stuff. I can't tell. This bottle's opaque, so for all I know, this is just regular pee. I'm gonna put it back. All right. I gotta plan this out. I gotta be tactful. I went through some inventory management for a second, and I got ready because I think I'm gonna set out and go get the go-kart. But yeah, before I go get the go-kart, I'm gonna step outside, go like 10 steps, look around, look for some blueberries or something, try to get my pee up. Maybe it takes time for the pee purifier to work. I still didn't find any blueberries. I have found lots of other plants, like dandelions and stuff, but no blueberries. No blueberries. I just wanted to make a clock so I could have some better time management skills, and I was being denied that due to spawn rates. I don't know what the spawn rates are for a lot of things in this game, but blueberries were not a high priority at all for plant life, and I was getting lots of other stuff instead. Look at these guys. Alright guys, let's break it up. And with that all out of the way, it's time to loot up some more stuff. And you know what? We're not going to pee. We're not going to pee in random containers. We need to store our pee in bottles and in jugs, and in that giant thing in my house I pee in all the time, because now that we have a fuel source, we're going to want to save up as much of that as we can. I'll take some of that. That's for the road. And we're going to use it to get fuel. That's the plan. And you know what? It's going to be perfect. We're going to have an infinite fuel. Oh, we lost the jug. That's okay. We still have a bottle. Everything's fine. I'll take some of this. Yeah, and then I'll... oh, I lost the bottle too. I can't have anything! Alright, well... At least the fog's not going up. And, yeah, I got a new broken bottle shiv. That's going to be fun. We'll test that out. We craft some plant poultices. we'd look outside, and as you can see, it's starting to get darker. We're starting to hit that sunset area, so I do a little bit of crafting and management, build myself some more candles, get this place all lit up upstairs and downstairs. I just want this place to be pretty, and, you know, I just wanted to figure out how the pee worked, too. It's a thing I was going to have to figure out on my own, and I had one bottle left, so I guess we'll just save it. And I think there's a guest outside, so I'll go check on them. Thickums! Wrong neighborhood again. You know what we talked about last time you were here, about my personal business and how you need to be away from this house. I won't tolerate it. I won't! And with him out of the way, I kind of figured I'd just, you know, focus on some interior stuff. Just experiment a little bit, get the space really feeling finalized, because I wasn't feeling 100% about this window. And I pee one more time and go to bed. And so we awoke, and, you know, thinking that time was the mechanic that was in control of the pee purifier, I decided to grab some. And it was clear, look at that, that's not yellow. Oh, I'm leaving fog. Well, I got my fuel. That's fantastic. I'm gonna put that away, and I'll put the crossbow there, and you know what? I'm gonna head outside. In-game me forgot that I was creating more pee, so I walked outside naively and then promptly turned around. Turn around. Yeah, go back inside. Just like that. You got this, big guy. And, it's time to, you know, whip it out and pee. Yes! Yes! Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what came over me. I was just kind of possessed to do that for a minute. Anyways, let's go get that go-kart. It's time we finally get our wheels. And we're going to fast forward all the way there, because it's what I do right now, at least in this vid. It's all fast forwarding. I'm kind of excited. I actually get to drive without causing catastrophic things around me that want to kill me at all times, and it will be less scary. It's also going to be nice not having to backtrack everywhere, on foot everywhere, because the stamina bar isn't long enough for the amount of time I'm sprinting, and I'm sprinting all the time, always. But, you know, let's cut to this real quick. I'm going to show you something real fun. Here, have this. Was that fun for you like it was for me? It was very fun editing all of that. I mean, I laughed and I sent that to my friends, and they didn't ask me to. They just had to sit there and watch it and go, are you sure you're not going to get content claimed for something like that? And I said, shut up, this is fucking hilarious. I'm sorry for my language. I was just very passionate. And, yeah, we're going to make our way all the way over there, and I kept finding birds and feathers, which just means more arrows. We're going to be so ready for the next area. If they send a lot of monsters at me, I'm going to blow them up and poison them, because I got poison arrows, and I'm just going to shoot them with my ballistic arrows. Anyways, we're going to loot the house. We're going to ignore the bugs. All the notes are mine. There's a little pea lake back there. We're going to come back here later, but that doesn't matter right now. I don't care about that. I just care about the loot and the cart, and they're right there in front of me. This has been the best way to get caught up, and it's just hoarding. All I've done is hoard. And here's a little pea fuel. I'm gonna put that in there. That's a achievement right there. And I gotta add some of my own pea later, but we're not gonna talk about that. I thought that this would be enough pea. Let me tell you, driving this thing is very floaty. The go-kart is extremely floaty. Sometimes you hit certain turns, or you just do a slight turn and you do a full 180. It's kind of crazy. But I drove this thing all the way back to the house, no issues, no monsters, and I didn't get a little signal that said, "Oh, the pea fog's rising around you, you're gonna have to be careful, you're gonna die." And yeah, it's just great. We had a successful little run here, and we're not at the same spot we were in our last series, but I feel like I'm ahead, and that's all that really matters. And we got our pea purifier, we got so much goodies, and I just want to say thank you for watching. It's been a lot of fun trying to make this series. I didn't think I'd find something to motivate me to make YouTube videos, and it turned out to be a game about piss. I mean, who would have thought, right? A game about pee. And, you know, it kind of matches my little bit of unhinged behavior that I have when I play games alone. Because I don't like to play things organically. I like to think, what's the craziest thing I could do? And to me, it was this Ironman challenge. And that's what's making this game even more fun, is I know that at some point I could die at any moment. But who cares? We got a pea-powered go-kart, I mean.
Nice car. What's the retail on one of those?
This go-kart was powered by pea.
I mean, that's how I imagine you guys watching these vids for the first time feel, and it's kind of funny to me. This is actually, it's like, I'm not trying to make super serious content. I am, but I'm also like trying to form it like it's a shitpost, and it makes it that much more entertaining for me to do because I get to laugh at my work as I make it. So, on that note, I'm gonna call it good for the day, and I can't wait to make another one of these so you can see where I go from there. And who knows, maybe we'll see some scary content, we'll see some more pee content, maybe I'll get even more unhinged, and we'll just have to find out together. Saving over our old save file, and just calling it good. So please stay tuned.